Today we're out exploring one of my absolute favorite drives in the mountains, the Cherohala Skyway in Robbinsville, North Carolina. This road winds through some of the prettiest high elevation forests in the Southern Appalachians, and along the way, there are a bunch of hidden gems you can pull off and hike to. On this trip, we're checking out three of them: Swan Cabin, Stewart Cabin, and Huckleberry Bald. Each spot has its own feel. The cabins give you a glimpse into the old mountain life with rough hewn logs and peaceful clearings, while Huckleberry Bald opens up to one of the biggest, breeziest views on the Skyway. We'll take our time on the trails, talk a little bit about the history of these places, and of course, show you some of the best overlooks and photo ops that you can think of. If you love quiet paths, cool mountain air, and a mix of history and scenery, you're going to enjoy this hike. So lace up your boots and let's get started. What's going on, everybody? It's Max with WNC Heights. Today we're out in Robbinsville, North Carolina, off of the Cherohala Skyway. We came out to the National Forest out here to come look at two cabins and a bald. We're currently at our first stop, Swain Cabin. And at first glance, it is definitely insane. So we're excited to be here. So we just learned that you are able to get inside this cabin. Sarah has actually gone in first, and I am about to follow her in there. And we're super excited. We love historical cabin sites like this. There's a whole bunch of signs around saying like beware of bears and blah blah blah. But obviously, we're 8 miles out from the Skyway, and so it only makes sense. But there's a lot to offer here. There's an outhouse, a swing, a huge meadow, and the cabin right behind us. So let's go check it out. So the downstairs consists of an old fireplace, maybe even a stove, an old fire extinguisher, looks like two cots, picnic table, and another bedroom off to my right. But first, I'm gonna head upstairs and see what's up there. Oh, on top of that, there's a box of journals over there. So if we find anything interesting, we'll share it with you. So upstairs consists of two other cots. Now we can see here, oh, four total cots, bunk beds. Going inside of bedroom number one. Another cot, and it looks like a dry storage area. The original wood is absolutely insane. You can see that you can tell that they reconstructed some of it. Oh, but other than that, not much more to the house. Except for this last bedroom here. Overall, this is definitely a 10 out of 10 spot to come visit. It was slightly difficult to get to, only because of the fire service roads that you have to take. I would definitely recommend a 4x4 vehicle. We have a Jeep, so we were easily able to get out here. You can tell that a lot of people camp here. There's a few trails that intersect this area, but if you do camp here, you have to have a permit from the county, or the National Forest Service. And yeah, so now we're going to head down to the other cabin. I believe it's called Stewart Cabin, and check that one out. So we'll see y'all down there. All right, Sarah and I have made it to stop number 2 today. We are now at Stewart Cabin. This is really the first cabin Good approach on this fire road. Swan Cabin is about 6 miles back, a little bit further off of another fire road. So, but this one's pretty cool looking, so we'll show you all around. Hopefully we can get inside this one as well. Kind of a bummer, honestly, on our end. I don't know why some cabins you can go into and some that you can't. Everything is locked up. All windows are sealed off to the cabin. Kind of sucks. So as you can see behind me, completely locked up, boarded up. The windows up front as well. Yeah, kind of a letdown. All right, we are at our last and final stop of the day. We are at Huckleberry Knob. We're currently at 5,300 feet and it's about 65 degrees outside and we are super excited to be here. So I'll show you all around. There are two main attractions on this hike. You have the Lower Bald, which is what I'm in right now. And you can kind of see surrounding mountains around you, but not as well as up top. And the main attraction is right up there, the main bald of Huckleberry. So we're gonna enjoy this little hike while we can and show you guys at the top. There's a little memorial up here about Andy Sherman, and he got lost on top of this bald, intoxicated, and he froze to death in the middle of winter. There's this little memorial right here behind me. Hey, RIP to a legend. All right, we made it to the top of Huckleberry Bald. Technically, the top is right behind me, but there's a whole bunch of people up there right now. But check out this insane view. Also, we are extremely close to the North Carolina-Tennessee border, which is kind of funny because if you look over to my left, there's nothing but rolling hills and endless flat. But then over to my right, you have the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, the balsams, and all the other national forests right there. So it's safe to say that North Carolina is slightly better than Tennessee, if you ask me, and especially by views and mountain-wise. All right, we're almost back to the car, and I would say Huckleberry Bald is definitely a easy trail out and back, maybe 2.5 miles. Tons of people on the trail though, which is okay. It's close to Robbinsville and it's beautiful up there. So, but now that makes us our total mileage for our fall hike series, I think right at 7 miles. So including the earlier hikes we did today at the cabins, plus Huckleberry Bald, we are now at 7 miles completed. Almost there. Also, thank you guys for watching. We'll try to get out next week again and go to a different place here in Western North Carolina. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this content and this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.